Cost risk analysis is important in project management because it helps estimate uncertainties and their impact on project budgets and schedules. It supports better decision making, cost control, and risk management. However, there are also certain challenges and limitations to conducting an effective cost risk analysis. I will talk about the main points of cost risk analysis. I will explain why it is important, the techniques commonly used, its benefits and limitations. I will also present a case study to illustrate how cost risk analysis was applied in a real-world context. Finally, I will summarize my key findings and conclusions from researching this topic. This presentation aims to help project managers understand how cost risk analysis is important in project management. Cost risk analysis is a systematic process to assess and analyze the potential financial risks in a project. It identifies uncertainties in project costs from factors like inflation, resource availability, and risks. Statistical techniques are used to quantify these uncertainties and analyze their impact on the budget and schedule. In summary, cost risk analysis provides visibility into how much a project's costs could fluctuate from the original estimate. Cost risk analysis is important for several key reasons. It provides a framework for project managers to understand potential cost uncertainties and funding exposures. By analyzing and quantifying risks, cost overruns can be minimized as contingencies can be planned ahead, leading to cost reduction. The analysis also supports resource allocation and risk management, and transparently informs stakeholders of possible cost outcomes and risks. Understanding cost risks is crucial for complex project decision-making. This slide defines several important terms used in cost risk analysis. Cost loading means adding a percentage to the estimated cost of an activity to account for known risks and uncertainties. A probability distribution is a powerful statistical tool that assigns probabilities to different outcomes for a random variable. It encompasses a variety of types, such as triangular, normal, and uniform distributions, each with its own unique characteristics. Sensitivity analysis is an incredibly powerful approach that helps us understand the influence of changing values in one variable on another, all while considering a predefined set of assumptions. This invaluable technique reveals important factors that influence costs and potential risks. Risk response refers to the planned actions to enhance opportunities and reduce threats to project objectives, such as risk mitigation, avoidance, or transfer. Understanding these key terms is important for properly planning and conducting a cost risk analysis. Cost risk analysis provides several key benefits for project management. It improves decision-making by highlighting uncertainties and building confidence in estimates. Better cost control is achieved through understanding potential costs and risks to set appropriate contingency funds. The analysis also enables effective communication of risks to stakeholders to manage expectations and inform responses. Quantifying risks in this way supports improved cost control and project success rates through more informed planning and resource allocation decisions. While cost risk analysis provides valuable insights, there are also some challenges and limitations to be aware of. Data limitations can impact reliability since historical data may not reflect future conditions. Risks are often interdependent rather than independent, making accurate quantification difficult. Rapidly changing environments and reliance on assumptions introduce uncertainties, subjectivity in expert judgments, and difficulties. Quantifying some impacts also undermine results. Proper consideration of these challenges is important for effectively applying cost risk analysis techniques. This slide outlines some key techniques used for conducting cost risk analysis. Decision tree analysis models project uncertainties to determine where more information would be most valuable. Risk exposure analysis categorizes risks as high, medium, or low based on probability and impact to prioritize risk response strategies. Sensitivity analysis identifies which input variables most influence outputs when values change. Monte Carlo simulation repeatedly samples variable distributions to assess total cost uncertainty and provides important metrics to characterize project cost risk. Monte Carlo simulation is an important technique for conducting cost-risk analysis. It uses random sampling from input variable distributions, defined through methods like three-point estimates. The process involves setting up a cost model with line items and uncertainty distributions, then running thousands of simulations that randomly sample costs based on those distributions to calculate a total project cost for each run. The results are analyzed statistically to provide key outputs such as the expected total cost or mean, the variability around that value represented by the standard deviation, cost thresholds at different confidence levels like percentiles, and sensitivity of outcomes to key risks. This technique has the benefits of explicitly incorporating risk through probabilities and flexibility to model complex nonlinear relationships between variables. This case study examines the cost-risk analysis method applied to China's large-scale underground railway project. Through focus group discussions, project experts have successfully identified the key risks related to the construction schedule. They then constructed a risk network model and used Bayesian Monte Carlo simulation to determine risk probabilities under different scenarios. The results were validated by experts and provided an effective risk management benchmark. This proves that by engaging stakeholders in the development of the risk model, even with limited historical data, and utilizing quantitative analysis, we can accurately forecast the occurrence of risks in intricate infrastructure projects. It validated the cost-risk analysis approach for practical use in project cost management and risk prioritization. In conclusion, cost-risk analysis uses quantitative techniques like Monte Carlo simulation and sensitivity analysis to provide a more realistic assessment of project costs by accounting for uncertainties. The benefits include improved cost estimation, decision-making and risk management through a more robust understanding of potential outcomes. However, there are also challenges to overcome, such as limitations in available data, the complexity of modeling interdependent risks, keeping up with constantly changing project conditions and subjective factors. With proper planning, experienced practitioners, engaged stakeholders, well-defined processes, and appropriate tools, an organization can conduct effective cost-risk analysis and continue refining it to gain useful insights for cost control and successful project delivery.